Before deciding whether BSV can ever become money, forget BSV for a moment and ask a simpler question. What is money? Throughout history, people have used shells, feathers, gold, silver, coins, paper, and numbers in bank accounts. None of those things became money because of what they were made from. They became money because people agreed to accept them. Money has to last. It has to move. It has to divide. It has to be recognizable, verifiable, difficult to counterfeit, and scarce enough that somebody cannot simply create more whenever they please. Above all, somebody else has to accept it. BSV already has most of those properties. It is digital, portable, divisible, verifiable, transferable, and scarce, with a fixed maximum supply of 21 million. If smaller denominations are ever needed, the existing value can simply be divided further. So the missing ingredient is not technical, it is acceptance. That matters because acceptance is not a property of an object, it is a property of people. Money is an agreement. I create value. You recognize that value. I receive something that I expect somebody else will accept from me tomorrow. Now look at where the world is going. Money is becoming digital. Governments will build databases. Central banks will build their own systems. Banks will create tokenized deposits. Companies will issue stablecoins. Some will use private blockchains, some public blockchains, and some completely new networks. Let them try everything. Eventually, usage decides, scale decides, reality decides. The future is not only people buying coffee. Cars will pay chargers, meters will pay grids, sensors will sell information, websites will pay websites, applications will pay applications, AI systems will buy data and pay other AI systems. A single machine may make hundreds, thousands, or millions of transactions, and there may be billions of machines. At the same time, individual transactions can become extremely small. A sensor may sell one tiny piece of information worth a fraction of a cent. If the transaction fee is larger than the value being transferred, the system fails. That means the infrastructure needs enormous scale, tiny transaction costs, and the ability to keep operating continuously. This is why BSV interests me. Teranode testing has demonstrated more than 1 million transactions per second. That is a testing result, not a claim about current mainnet throughput, but it is evidence that the scaling road exists. And a transaction is simply a movement of value, person to person, business to business, application to application, machine to machine, AI to AI. If technology keeps improving, 1 million transactions per second does not have to be the destination. It can be a point on the road. Now imagine the next stage. Dollars are tokenized, euros are tokenized, yuan are tokenized, assets and services are tokenized. Those tokens move across the network that can actually carry them. Suppose that network is BSV. Every time the dollar token moves, BSV is underneath it. Every time an asset moves, BSV is underneath it. Every machine, every service, every tiny exchange of value uses the same underlying transaction system. Slowly, without anyone declaring anything, BSV becomes familiar. People hold it. Businesses hold it. Machines use it. Applications use it. Services begin pricing actions in satoshis. Liquidity grows. Utility grows. Acceptance grows. Then a question appears. Why are we creating a token to represent money on top of something that already has the properties of money and is now widely accepted? Nobody has to force that transition. Let governments build, let banks build, let stablecoins launch, let every blockchain compete. As economic activity becomes more digital, there are more transactions. As transactions increase, scaling matters more. Activity gravitates toward infrastructure capable of carrying it. As that infrastructure becomes useful, its native unit becomes useful. As it circulates, it becomes accepted. As it becomes accepted, people begin pricing things in it. At that point, what do you call it? Money. Not because somebody declared it money, not because a government printed it, because society uses it. BSV does not have to chase money. It does not have to demand that anybody call it money. It only has to remain useful, to process transactions, to carry value, and to continue scaling as demand grows. Over time, Utility can lead to circulation. Circulation can lead to acceptance. And acceptance is the one property that technology alone cannot create. It comes from us, from use, from habit, from the expectation that what I receive today, somebody else will accept tomorrow. Perhaps one day we will look at all the tokenized dollars, euros, assets, and services moving across the same network and ask a very simple question. Why are we still tokenizing the money? The thing carrying it has already become money. Perfect money. Perfect money.